Welcome to the dog days of summer. This is Shanda from Emma's Quilting Studio, and I live along the Continental Divide. And I recently went and spent a week with my children down in Boise, and made a trip to the quilt store. I'm kind of been on a frugal pinch. I have so much fabric and so many kits and so many pre-cuts that I really didn't need anything. But I had a gift certificate that I needed to use up. I love gift certificates. They're fun to spend because you get to spend them on something that maybe you wouldn't have bought yourself or for yourself. But anyway, I did get one needed item. Here in our mountainous area, we have a lot of power surges, and this big piece of equipment behind me one day didn't turn on, and I kind of started freaking out. Everything else here in my studio would turn on. Lights, my Bernina, everything else turned on, but my Gamel did not turn on. And I was really starting to sweat buckets, and finally got it pinpointed and narrowed down to the surge protector. Well, when I mentioned this to a neighbor, he said he had a charging station for a cordless drill that with the last power surge, it fried that charger. So it made me think, maybe it's my surge protector. So I came home and eliminated some of the things, and sure enough, my machine, when plugged directly into the wall, my Gamel, it worked. So the power surge fried the surge protector, and I'm glad I had it plugged into a surge protector, so it didn't get harmed or damaged in any way. But I went and I bought a new iHome. Sorry, the glare here is pretty bad this afternoon. It's a new iHome surge protector, specifically for my Gamel, and it says it can handle up to 1,200 joules. I guess that's jolts per whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of got this cool little this feature where it can go around legs and whatnot of your equipment, so it's bendable. So anyway, I did buy that at the quilt store, and I got a new one for my Bernina too, just in case, because I do not want to lose either one of my machines. They were both pretty expensive, one more than the other, but I didn't want to lose any piece of equipment. And then I got this for a gift. Wanted, quilter with sewing machine. Police say she may be following a pattern. I thought it was kind of a cute sign for a sewing room door or something. My friend Cheryl Gunn down at the Quilt Crossing in Boise, she is the pattern designer and the brains behind Waltzing with Bears. Waltzing with Bears. And this is a gift going to be for my mother's 75th birthday here in about 6 months. Each one of these is called the cabin quilt. Man, that glare is really bad. It's called the cabin quilt, and there's like a pine cone and a cardinal and a tree and a duck and a canoe. All 12 of these, what I would call negative spaces, are embroidered. I don't know if you can see that. We're embroidered. And so I'm going to give them to 12 of her friends and have each one of them embroider a block for me. And then I will piece the rest of it together and quilt it and give it to her for her 75th birthday. So, yeah, anyway, Waltzing with Bears, Cheryl Gunn, the cabin quilt. I bought that pattern. Just some fabric. I have a fetish, not a fetish. I really, really want a clothesline. I just would love to have a beautiful old-fashioned clothesline, and I don't have that right now. I don't have the ability or capability, or maybe I have the space, but anyway, there was this fabric that has clotheslines on it, and I loved it. I thought this would make a pretty lining for a knitting bag or an apron maybe, but it has clotheslines on it, and I am a sucker for clotheslines. I want a clothesline really bad. But there's a basket of laundry and sunflowers, and it's a white with not quite red wear on it, but you can kind of, oh, it's kind of bad, a bad glare I have, sorry, coming through my blinds. A kit, of course I had to get a kit. This is a Kim Deal, Simple Whatnot Club Collection 6, Raspberry Cocoa. Can't wait to put this one together. Let's see, it's just more like a table topper. Its finished size is 27.5 by 27.5. The finished block is 9 by 9, but there's a lot of half square triangles. It's a bear's paw. It's a bear paw pattern. And I'm really excited to put this together. Again, it's called Raspberry Cocoa. Bought that. I really don't know what the rest of this is. Oh, a little kit for a cell phone bag that I purchased. And this is the finishing kit, like the clips that, you know, make the handle that go around your neckline. I use this a lot. I bought another one of these too. It's a measuring gauge, and it measures everything from 1/8 of an inch up to 2 inches. So you can kind of see, you see how that works. Don't know if you can see that. It's really bad. Anyway, it's a measuring gauge, and it's a useful tool. Playing cards with Beatrix Potter on them. Peter Rabbit, and just all of them. Michelle Hill's Beatrix Potter featuring Peter Rabbit and Friends. They're playing cards that I got for maybe my granddaughter and I to play something with, or just for her to play with. And then the last thing is my signature. You can't leave a quilt store without buying something Jo Morton. This is her new shirtings line. A jelly roll, 2.5 inch strips. There's so many things you can do with a jelly roll. And again, jelly roll is pre-cut. It's 2.5 inch strips, all from the same line. And Jo's recent line is Jo's Shirtings. And I have a fetish for shirting fabric. It's reproduction white with little flecks of, say, calico or flowers or polka dots, or shirtings were reproduction from, late 1800s. They make a great background fabric. And most of these are creams and browns. There is a couple skew here of reds and blacks. But anyway, just a typical classic, my little Jo girl. You can see her. She is adorable. Anyway, that is my haul from the Quilt Crossing.